Hello, and welcome to the End of Television, episode 212. Wow, I can't believe it. We're still on. So, who really knows the fate of Access Tucson? But all I know is they're still accepting programming, and they're checking out equipment again and stuff, so not going out without a fight, so that's great. Until at which time they have a plan in motion and actually reopen the doors, I'm going to be taking these shows one episode at a time, like Call Me Crazy said. And, which means no real plan on my end either. Which means tonight's a clip show. Oh, not a clip show. Well, it's clips from every episode this year, all the live shows, random stuff. Once again, not putting much thought or effort into it, but giving you something different to watch than the basketball game again. So stay tuned. Here's your dose of End of Television for the month. And I know you want new material. We're all hurting. Hey, like I said, when they get everything back together, then we'll be back. But until then, stay tuned, because I'll keep turning in stuff.
New show, new year. Same time slot, same host. Hello, welcome to the End of Television once again. That's kind of plagiarizing from myself, the old intro. But it makes sense because starting with End of Television episode 202, which is tonight marks a very special occasion. This is the first episode of 20 years of doing public access live call-in television. Yeah, I might have taken 1993 off. But the amount of television we did in 94 and 95 more than makes up for that. And granted, I might not have been doing a live call-in show in here between the years of 1993 and 1998, but we were out in the alleyway at that point. But yes, come April, it will be 20 years since the Forbidden Zone started, which is what this show used to be called, but back in 02, we changed the name. We meaning me and other people that are usually on the program. I'm not schizophrenic, although sitting in this drunk tank painted room, and I swear they repaint it every week. And talking to myself, essentially, you might think you're becoming schizophrenic, but that's not really the case. No, 20 years of doing this, 1990 to 2010. That's right, it's 2010, brand new decade. Fresh start, clean slate. I'm still getting a grip on it. Hey, it's the second. It's the last weekend of the holidays, and then everything starts up. Fresh, ready for the attack. Now, episode 204, the last show in January, it's going to be a special one. Definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. No co-hosts this evening because they weren't feeling well and or were indisposed for some reason or another. But that's all right. Flying solo tonight, starting it off. And, oh yeah. Lottery. It's almost time to change time slots again. So we're considering doing a three in a row. Why can't I talk tonight? 3 in a row. Which we used to do back in the day when it was Stupid Show and then my show. And then I think we had David's show on before that at one point, so it was just bam, 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 And that's usually the best way for the live call-in programs to function, is a good lineup. Especially on a Saturday night. Saturday night needs a good lineup. So what we're going to hopefully make happen, and it is the lottery, so it is a little tricky, but this is what we're hoping will happen. And I don't see any reason why I can't discuss this on the air. I'm getting you people hooked, all right? And what we want to do is 7 o'clock on Saturdays, update. 8 o'clock, fireside chat. 9 o'clock, into television. And all of us be in Studio B because I've been talking about going back in B just to get more of a live audience. Now I realize the Monday night repeat would then go to the digital station. Sorry, but, that's just what's got to happen. It's an experiment. It's always good to mix things up. I've been sitting in the drunk tank for a while. It would be nice to, if nothing else, sit over in that control room again. If nothing else. No, you can go out and use the Mr. Desk, which it's been a long time. I don't think Mr. Desk was ever a part of Into Television, but hey, it's been 200 episodes. I'm game for just about anything. So hopefully starting in March, that will be the Saturday night lineup, and then the calls will just continue to filter in. Kudos to Travis for coming up with that one. I've been lazy with my email lately. Slow on responding to things, but that sounds like a good plan. I was still kind of on the fence about it, but what am I on the fence about? Sitting in here with no calls coming? Well, anyway, we'll see what happens. And that's been the show for the evening. Thank you for watching. No, it's 2010. 2010. Wow. See, that means more to me than, wow, asking you get phone calls. That means more to me in 2000, means more to me in 2012, because I'm from the 80s, and this is the year we make contact. Hello. You are on the cable. I said it right.
Yeah, Travis.
I can pretend. I can pretend to be Travis if you want. Okay. Hello. Trying a new type of energy drink tonight, so. Hello, you're on the cable. I could allude to what this call reminds me of, but I think I'm still under a legally binding order not to discuss those things on the air. Apparently that was an impersonation of that. Well, so in April of 1990, we started doing TV, me and Cliff pops up on this show from time to time, the co-creator of the program. And wow, the next thing you know, you look up and 20 years have gone by and you have it all on videotape. I mean, we've lost a few hours here and there, but it's surprising what kind of library we have. So I think, if I remember anyway, for this entire year, I will be showing some kind of golden moldy clip of classic Forbidden Zones. Just little short things. Hello, and welcome to the beginning of television, episode 203. 203. And we said that, oh, that still ain't right. Look, we made the newspaper. Yay! And it really ties into what I said on the last episode when that caller called up and I was sleeping. And he said, "You're wasting our taxpayers' money." And I said, "That's not your taxpayers' money. The cable people pay for that." And then he said, "Well, I'm going to call and complain." And 2 days later, our funding was slashed. So, now we're all caught up to date. We're going to continue like nothing ever happened because we're still here. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be here again. And then in 2 weeks after that, we will be in the parking lot pretending to do TV. But which really isn't that far removed from what we usually do. There's just cameras pointed at us. So, In 2 weeks will be a very special episode of the show. It'll be our 20th anniversary episode of the show, even though that's technically in April. We have good cause to celebrate it in 2 weeks. So, we are live. We are taking your phone calls. And I didn't even buy the paper that day because I didn't know. I thought it was just an article about the building. I didn't know that this program was actually featured.
Cool that you got that.
That is.
They took that shot.
Somebody looked at that board and went, "Oh yeah, see."
I'm up.
But I said I was on that 7 years ago. This is what I've been saying for 7 years. Because you never know when you're going to come down here one day to do TV and there's a big padlock on the front of the door. This isn't anything different than I've been saying on my show for past 7 years. It's the same material. You might think this is a repeat because I'm saying the same stuff. And look what's happening. Phone calls within the first 2 minutes.
No.
See, now Access is going to get popular again because we're all in the news now.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the cable.
This is Mr. Schwartz. I just was going
And I saw Wolfman earlier this week in person.
I went down to
gonna
the
get on
city
camera?
council, and
That'd be awesome.
I don't know
Call
if
your
you
mom.
fellas
You should be
were
happy.
down there, so I'm hoping things will get better for Access.
Oh, yeah.
That, they want to cut back.
We've been down this road before.
I know
In
that. Well, let me
1988,
explain,
when I first started
understand
coming down here, they were saying, this place is in danger of being shut down next
That's
week.
right. I was just going to say that. And the other
No,
thing I
but
heard
it's true.
was,
We've always keep getting those.
yeah.
But it got really bad in 97. Ever
well,
since
the board of
97, it's been
directors-
really bad. When they had to renegotiate.
Well, the
And we
board
had
of directors are trying to figure out how to straighten things out. That I hope it works for everybody's sake. That
Well, exactly.
right now it doesn't look very good. So all we can do is pray and hope, fellas, and I hope both of you will be sitting there thinking, oh, maybe things will get better instead of worse.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And,
we're still
I've
on.
been
That's the
watching
important
that,
part. So.
Access all my life, and I just hope things get better. That's all I wanted to say, and I wish you guys the very best.
Right on.
Take care, fellas. Good night.
You don't got a mic.
20 years. 20 years is a pretty good run, but I need another 10 years to at least tie Johnny Carson.
How come he doesn't have a mic?
I don't know. They gave me 2.
Were you at it's his job. Sure, why not do my job?
Just imagine that's the truck over there.
He's getting paid to get you a mic. That's awesome.
Oh, there's another slot. We could do 3 in here. That's what she said. Ha! But it doesn't quite work for you at home because you're missing half the conversation.
I watched a good chunk of that city council meeting the other day when they were down at the community center or whatever.
Yeah.
And it seemed to me like they were like they just overall voted to shelve 60% of the funding for all extracurricular activities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's not the way you pronounce that word, but you know what I mean.
Our little bit of funding is
And
really
that-
going to make a difference somewhere else.
And it
I
seemed
just
like
find that hard to believe.
There was only one council member actually had any interest in saving public access. And it seemed to me like they were going to shelve that part of it until at least next week, maybe next month. I didn't quite get it. Did you go to that city council meeting? You know anything about it? So what are they going to do? They're going to vote on it on this part of it, and Channel 12. They're going to try and figure out what to do with that. You didn't quite understand it either. I had a. Well, it sounded like they were going to deal with it next week. How come they never have, right? Because they have Studio C. They like them, they don't like you. Yeah, they represent their voice, you know?
That's right, Ann. 47,120 people need to give up a cup of coffee and send access $1.38 a month.
Yeah.
A small membership
it?
fee.
We don't want that. We want the viewers to pay.
That's true.
Don't the
Gee,
viewers
I thought
already
the
pay?
viewers were paying already.
That's
That's
what I'm saying. They're paying the city, which aren't dividends.
And they're just holding the money.
Ah.
They're using that money for other things. Is that what you're saying? Or
Well,
or they include that in their potential budget of the year, and then they're like,
Well,
"Oh, we got to
actual
cut costs,
conversation
so
on this
let's
show, do you
cut
believe
that, and
this?
here's some extra money." Isn't it? Nobody can hear Kevin,
Fire.
but 12.
Fire.
They got their stuff is all nice and slick.
4 new shows a week? Wow. We used to only do 1 new show a week. Hello, and welcome to The Echo tonight. Tonight, it's episode 204.
Oh boy.
No.
Oh boy.
Yes. No.
Excuse me?
Why do you sound like you're on Mars, dude?
Well,
Well-
we'll get into the Mars topic in a little bit.
There's
Wow.
a delay on this mic.
I love the sound.
But
Or
first
just-
of all, what we want to talk about is tonight was supposed to be the big episode 204, 20-year anniversary of the Forbidden Zone. And in a way, I guess it is.
The way he guesses, it might be.
Because Cliff was supposed to be here, but he had an ice storm
And Hoth.
in Hoth.
That's
His
that
Don
harp.
Don froze.
His-
And had to cut it belly open.
And so he spent the night inside of a Tauntaun last night. So he'll be getting here at 9 o'clock, which is about a minute and a half after the show ends.
Which
Yeah.
means he might be a little stinky from the guts.
It's
Yes.
unfortunate.
And
right now,
we might prepare something
now,
to show
Cliff-
in 2 weeks
Cliff
from now.
is either in the air.
Yes, he is on the
30,000
way from
What
Dallas.
is it? 30,000 feet? Well, what do you fly those things at? 30,000 feet? Yeah, he's way up there, coming
So,
from Dallas.
204 episodes.
Yes, 204 tonight.
Congratulations, Marty. Hopefully there'll be 204 more.
Yeah.
You know?
Wink,
Oh, yeah.
wink.
So
But
now
if
that we've
not,
talked about the main news for the night, we're talking about this other slight issue that's happening. We're taking another break down here. We're going to close for a month, just like last year, and then we'll be back. It's mostly because we wanted to take a sabbatical. You
Yeah.
know, it's time to recharge the batteries.
And you know how
that's about 30% of it.
you know in academia when you build tenor, you know you have to go on a sabbatical.
Tenure.
Yes, tenure.
Tenor.
So
Tenure.
tenure.
There you go, Ray.
Oh man, I'm such a.
Yes.
Uh,
No.
So we'll be back on like a month and a half live, but we're going to show you a bunch of best of stuff in the meantime. And
Maybe you'll throw in some of that
Enjoy.
tape where I came in there with a mohawk.
yeah,
And I was all golfed
yeah, we'll
out.
try to throw in one of those.
That was
and,
beautiful.
And the
And
wonderful repeat.
And then maybe
We
we'll
should watch
come back
that.
and there
We
won't
should-
be
we
a
should-
padlock
we should
tonight.
show that to Cliff tonight, man.
My dream
Frightening.
is I have a dream
I'll
that
give
when
you
we
eight.
come back on March
I'll give
10th,
you $8.
You're on the
that
cable.
the doors won't
Good
be
evening,
permanently
boys.
What, you got a phone caller?
Hello.
See, I can't
What
hear the
happened to
callers
the
because
echo
these
effect?
speakers
Hello,
aren't hooked up.
Politicians have been known to lie.
Wouldn't be a show if I didn't have to go get a fact. Now would it?
Can you
He's
hear
a
it?
producer, folks. He's been doing it for
We can't seem to hear our
20-some
phone
years,
callers
yeah,
or even
right?
ourselves,
Yeah, right.
unless we want to do it in echo
20 years is
vision.
a long
All
time,
I gotta
right?
say, keep
Echo,
your friends
echo,
close,
echo,
but the city
echo,
council
echo,
closer.
Echo.
Oh, they've been
You,
trying
it was.
that.
It started out you. It started out you and
See,
Chris.
that's why
What was it?
Kevin, to
Kevin's
save
the
the day.
man.
Oh.
Yay! We live in a green building, guys. Green building.
Is that what
You
color
know,
it's painted this
I
week?
washed my hands
Hello?
downstairs.
Hello.
Good evening, fellas.
I
Hello.
washed my hands
How
downstairs.
are you?
Oh,
Good.
Good, good.
Well, I heard. I don't know if you gentlemen heard. Access is going to be close to February 10th through March 9th.
that's
Correct.
Correct.
That's true.
And I hope for God's sake, for all of your sake and everybody else's down there, that things will turn out for the best, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
yeah.
all of you should be home praying and thinking that things will be better instead of worse. Because I know the city council don't want to give in to it. I think they
I
should.
don't think prayers are gonna. I think
That
I think if-
I've been down to several of their meetings,
Oh yeah.
and
Thank you.
they
Thank you.
say this, they say that.
Did you have a chance to speak?
So I don't know what's going to happen today. I just called to wish you guys well and hope that access will be able to continue on. So that's all I have to say.
He's doing-
Thank you for
he's
listening,
doing-
boys, and have a rest of a good night. Bye.
Thank you. He's doing more than
Wow.
us. We aren't going down
Thank you.
there.
5 minutes in and a good call.
Support.
That was a good call.
Support, moral
I'm not
support
going
on the
down
community.
there.
The
Are
end
you
of
going down
television.
there?
The title says it all.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Wow. That's our special
I got you on
phone caller.
speakerphone because I'm making some coffee right now, and you just happened to answer while I was out in the kitchen.
Can we get
we're
can we
good
get
like
4
that.
cups for coffee?
Sure, no problem.
You're giving up 1 cup of coffee a day to save this building.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Then I guess we need 2 cups. I have my cup already.
You need 2 cups?
Yeah.
If
Okay,
every-
I got one pouring
Alright.
right now,
Yeah.
even as we speak.
So
Drink
30
it up for us
cups.
and tell us what do you
Huh?
want to talk about.
if
What do
every-
I want to talk about?
28.
Yes.
If every phone caller.
You know who this is?
If every,
Yes, I know.
This
who
is
it
our special phone caller we're going to talk to for the next 40 minutes.
That's
you're the
right,
guy who
Roger
keeps
Dodger
us,
I know who
Podger.
gives
this
us
is.
something stable to talk about instead of how this one guy wants to have sex with Marty.
Our biggest fan.
That guy is
All right,
awesome.
don't forget it.
Brady. I was going to say that before
That's,
you said
those
that
are phone
sentence.
callers.
It just kind of naturally.
You know what?
Extension.
These phone callers,
It
you're gonna miss
expanded in my
these
brain.
shows. What you should do is,
The
I guess
orgy
praying's
show.
all right, but you should maybe bomb the city council's phones. You should have been doing that for the past 2 months.
I'm voting for whoever's
No.
running against them.
They don't know that. That's what they need. They need like 800 calls that say that. That would
vote
scare
for
the hell out.
lesser of 2 evils.
That would scare the hell out of.
Basically, they're all evil. All politicians are evil.
That would scare
You
the
gotta
hell
vote
out of Mayor
for the
Walkup,
one
don't
who's
you
less
think?
evil.
You're going to
Kevin?
live call me crazy
Kevin.
tonight.
Am I wrong when that scared the hell out of Mayor Walkup to get 800 calls that said, "I want you to say public access," or "I'm not going to vote for you"?
And
I
you
don't
know
know,
what?
but 800 calls. I
You
mean,
know-
how many people call up?
You know what?
I mean? As
Since
far as
this
phone calls
live,
get, as far
The
as
city council doesn't care about public access. They don't care about the funding because they don't have.
well, it's
That's like
it's
saying,
like when
that's
people
like
call
saying
up
George
Congress
Bush
for
doesn't
stuff.
Wow,
like
there's a
black
big
people.
major
If
delay
you
in
send
this
them a letter,
audio.
they
That's
have
so
to read
cool.
that letter. If they get like, you know,
Bob Walkup and everybody.
it's
the
just
city
it's just
council
Mark Brady. Come
don't
on,
Yeah, it
give a
is.
flying
Kevin.
about us,
How Kevin walks away.
worker and the
Hello and welcome back to the end of television, or the beginning, or the reboot of television. I guess tonight would be the reboot of television.
All I gotta say, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we held down on the power button long enough and it came back on.
I'm happy to be back. Very happy.
There we go.
Very
High-tech
glad.
camera work there.
All I gotta say, we missed you, folks.
Yes.
It's been a
It's-
while,
Yeah, it's been what, like about 7 weeks or so?
at least.
It almost feels like the first episode all over again.
I feel like what do you call it? How you get nervous before when you go on a nervous first blind date. Just kidding. But anyways, it feels good to be back.
Yes, we're back.
We're back with a vengeance, guys.
Well, so we are back every other week until June, and then they're closed again for the month of June. But then
Which-
we'll be back in July.
Yes, which kind of sucks. But like I said earlier, me and Marty were talking. At least we're back on the air.
Exactly.
I mean, but something is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And beggars can't be choosers.
So we were gone for about 2 months, and now I guess Channel 12 is moving into the building to keep both stations alive. So that's why we're here, I guess.
It's a merger, huh?
Yes. And more details to follow. We do not know all the fine print yet, but I suspect before the next lottery in September,
We'll find out
Yeah.
more.
we are on live. It's not the same tape of us playing cards out on the patio anymore.
No.
Sorry you had to see that so many times, but it's not like something you get to see all the time anyway, so.
Yeah, I guess be happy and lucky that were able to see it.
Exactly.
Well, what were your plans to talk about, Marty?
Well, let's see. What else did we do while we were not on the air? Well, we attended 4 concerts. I think you went to 2 of them, right?
Uh-huh. Was it?
We've already received our page at 8:03. That's pretty good.
Page?
Well, they do overhead pages.
I'm an idiot. Yes, yes.
Oh, yes, the concert. So the first one was Anvil, and we have not got to talk about Anvil because after we did the last show, then Cliff got out of the airport, and we hung out all week, and we went to go see Anvil on Groundhog's Day. Wow, so it was January when we did the last show.
It was January?
Wow.
Man, it's already going to be April next week.
It was like the 30th or something.
Wow.
But yeah, we went up there and we got to meet everybody.
Yeah. Great show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Anvil, the drummer and the guitar player, who are by the way the founders, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he's a great guitar player. He's a great drummer, great metal guitar player, metal drummer. But anyways, we had a chance to have a meet and greet with them after the show. We were very fortunate to meet all 3, and we got some autographs, got some video. No, got some pictures.
Yeah, well, we did get some video, but I still haven't gotten that back from Cliff yet.
But anyway, we got to meet the guys, the 3 guys in Anvil, and they were very nice, very sweet, very cool people, and very unpretentious. But they were very nice, and we hung out after the show for almost an hour with those guys, huh?
Yeah, they were just mingling. It was really
they mingled,
down to
we
earth.
mingled, and it was pretty great.
Hey, you guys.
Hey.
PBS
Hey, what's
is
up?
showing Star Wars in concert right now.
Star Wars in concert.
Oh, in May, they're having the symphony orchestra.
Right, they're showing on channel PBS right now.
Well, everybody's flipping the channels over.
Oh, yeah, but they're going to be coming to Tucson in May, though, May 23rd, I believe. And they're going to be doing, the Tucson Symphony Orchestra will be doing the movies, all 6 movies, several portions of the movie.
They should do Coachella.
Oh.
This is the new start of the end of television.
That's right. It's the reboot. After 8 years, it's almost feels like the first show again.
Uh-huh.
The only thing missing is Mark Herman.
and the whole gang. And the whole gang. How you
All
doing?
right, guys. Later.
All right. So we also went to 3 other shows. One of them was Les Claypool, which I was like, it was all right. He basically noodled for an hour and a half. And then the other show, it was a show each day of the week. It was three days in a row.
Yes.
And then the second show was Alice in Chains, correct? That was the second day. And that was a really good show as well. The tour for the new album. And that was at Dodge Theater. And it was packed.
It was one of my top 3 favorite concerts. That was my 4th time seeing Alice in Chains.
Wow.
That set list they did that night was one of the most impressive set lists I ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
They did a little bit of old and new and some in between. But I was very sad when the band left the stage when they did an encore, because I knew that was it.
It was like already. Huh?
Already, yeah. But they played, they put on a great show. And the Dodge Theater, I don't know if you've ever been there. It wasn't very loud, but it sounded great.
Loud enough.
Loud enough, yeah. But it sounded great. But anyway, Jerry Cantrell and company rocked and kicked ass that night.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marty continued on his concert series.
Let's see here. Yeah, that was probably the biggest crowd I've ever seen them with.
Yeah.
As far as capacity all at once.
Yeah.
Oh, that chair was a little lower than I thought. Well, I guess we're off to a fun start tonight. Okay. It's just me. Ray was going to be here. He ended up being MIA. So instead of tracking him down, showing up at his house unannounced, I decided to just come down here myself. Besides, I had to be responsible and take care of some other stuff today before I got down here. So I guess it worked out. I don't know what's up with the Compix. Not like any of you at home know what that means, but I'll tell you what that means. That's the thing that puts the phone numbers up on the screen. It seems to be on the fritz this week, but it's not like you guys call anyway, right? Okay, so phone numbers are 624-2792-92 and 624-2730. You would think after 20 years I would have this memorized, but you also have to remember I've only been in this studio a fraction of those years and never bothered to commit those phone numbers to memory. So, tonight is the 20-year anniversary, the actual one. Now, I know we celebrated this a few months ago, but that's because we didn't know if we were going to come back on or not. But actually tonight is the 20-year anniversary of me doing television. On April 13th, 1990, the Forbidden Zone started up. It was a Friday the 13th. It was 9 o'clock on a Friday night on Channel 49. And no, I will not be punishing you with clips from old shows tonight. It's just going to be me talking about the past, and we might have a special guest star on the telephone a little later. Wow. So that makes tonight the end zone, because this is the end of television, and that was the Forbidden Zone, and it's all basically two sides of the same coin. It's the same show, just for the last 8 years. We've changed the name. And look at this. The phones are already ringing. Not like you can hear them ringing. That would be obnoxious, wouldn't it? I don't know, maybe it would add something. And they hang up. Nice. So yeah, 20 years of doing this, man. Wow. I know we're 3 days ahead of time, but this is as close to the actual anniversary as possible. Now, some of you out there, a small handful of you, might be wondering, why did I do the show tonight? Why am I not up in Phoenix right now watching Kevin Smith? Damn it, we've been accused of ripping off Kevin Smith so much, I figure I'll be Kevin Smith like I am every other week for you poor people like me who couldn't afford to go to Phoenix and see a show that was pretty expensive. Also, in 2 weeks from now, Cheech and Chong is playing Phoenix. Not going to that one because I need to be here for you people. And next week is Club Crawl, and I get to stay home and not have to deal with that crap. So that's fun. But anyways, that's what's going on with that. It's not like Kevin Smith ever comes to Arizona, but he charged a little bit too much for me right now. And I found out just a few days ago, so here I am for you to keep calling up and hanging up on. It's nice. I wonder if that's our old friend. It is our old friend. How you doing? Yeah, it's Esperanza. Well, that's good to know that everything is back to normal as far as the phone calls go. So what else is going on down here? Oh, yes. Since everything has been mangled, I guess you would say, down here, the replay times are a little different. Well, we're on at the same time. It's just the programs that are on those replay slots, it's going to take a little while for you to get used to. This upcoming Monday will be, at midnight, will be the repeat of the last live show we did again one more time. I'm just messing my words all up tonight. And then the week after, on Monday, you'll see this show again. So you'll see this show the week that we're doing the next live one. Does that make sense? Okay, so not Monday night. This upcoming Monday night is going to be the show we did before this one. The Monday after that will be this one, and then again, and then again. So basically, you got to wait one extra week to watch the repeat. That's why you got to see that closed special so many times where we were playing cards out in the front of my old house. But after the show tonight, I'm going to go pull out all the old tapes, as I call them. We haven't turned shows in on tape since January 1st, 2008. This is the sign up there. VHS and SVHS to be eliminated. So I'll be pulling out the discs. And also, speaking of VHS, some of you Rob2D2 Sis Show fans out there, also known as RG's Movie Collectors Music Show, because that's the goofy name that we have to call it now, because we can't call it the Movie Collectors Music Show because that was under Robert's name. And since Robert moved to Illinois and I put his show on as an import show, we had to come up with a different name. So we put RG's on the front. Robert Gonzalez, essentially. It's Robert Gonzalez's Movie Collectors Music Show. But he still works in VHS. It's 2010. Who else is working in the dead art form known as VHS, the dead medium? I admire the crap out of that. It takes dedication, precision, skill, and forthrightfulness, is that even a word? You know what I'm trying to say, to still work in VHS in this digital medium. But Robert sent 4 new to you episodes. They're from November and December of 2008, but nobody has seen them yet. And Ray and I were watching them last night, and wow, there's some moments where he really outdoes himself. So hello, and welcome to the end of television once again. Now that was kind of whatever. Yeah, Coachella. We weren't there, but apparently people were having loads of fun, and
It
not
felt like
even
it.
in the premises. That guy was still on the outside fence. He wasn't even in the place.
In the festival itself, which is pretty funny in itself. It felt like It feels like every time I watch that YouTube video, it feels like I'm there. Don't you?
Yeah.
My chair is messed up.
So we're back. You got
Finally.
you got that ghost chair. It's 2:07, and we're back, and we have 3 more shows after this live, and then we're closed for the month of June.
Which sucks.
Then we come back in July and have 3 more episodes until the lottery in September, and big question mark on that one. We don't know where we're going to end up, but we're going to try for something cool for you. Anyways, during the month of June, obviously there won't be any live programming. Well, at least none that you can see. And what we're going to show instead are 2 not very good episodes of the end of television, but they are historical. From 04, we will be showing episodes 73 and 74, which were the first shows that were not at the midnight time slot. The birth of the 8 p.m. slot. The first one's me and David Hernandez out in the studio, and we couldn't hear any calls. There was a bunch of technical problems. Then the second episode is the episode where I tried to do it by myself out in the studio, and the fax just said, come in here, and we plugged a mic in here, and I've been sitting here ever since. So
Wow, I did not know that.
I didn't either until I looked back at the discs. It was the tail end of the dark times, and it was really kind of fuzzy, the memory, and the things I even said on that episode aren't that intelligent, but we're showing it anyway because we got to show something, and I don't want to show the same thing for the whole month like I did last time. Even though you don't get to see us playing cards on the patio of my old house that often,
yeah.
you can see it enough.
The good days. The good old days.
Yes. So we're live. We're taking your phone calls for those of you who have digital cable and yet still like to watch public access. I know it's a small margin, but you are out there.
Too bad. And do we had the correct phone number? I remember the last time I was here, we were a digit off.
It is correct.
Very good.
That is the correct phone numbers.
Yeah, but that Coachella video is pretty interesting, though.
Yeah. I don't think he was drunk. I
No.
think there's something else afoot.
If we're to guess correctly, I think it's hallucinogenic. that he's
Yes.
on.
He's having a Jose moment.
You know, there's a difference
That's an
between
insider joke.
There's a difference between a staggering drunk and I think I personally think that guy in the Coachella drunk guy at Coachella 2010 is on hallucinogenic of some sort. His sense of perception is obvious because he cannot put his freaking flip-flops on.
Yeah, it's not like the super drunk guy who's staggering on that surveillance video.
Oh, yeah, no. That guy's drunk. Yes. But it's good to be back.
Yeah, we're back.
Mm-hmm.
And so are the callers.
Not looking forward to June being off.
All right. Awesome.
Not looking forward to June being off, though.
No, it's just like last time, sabbatical. Oh, so we're hard at work making Call Me Crazies for you so you can have something new to watch every 2 weeks. And I only have like 7 minutes left on that tape, I realize. So.
You know what? I think after the show tonight, I think we might be doing like a couple-hour all-nighter.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes, the TV show.
But yes, we definitely got to catch up on Call Me Crazy. So you'll be seeing new footage, hopefully. Maybe we'll do we are definitely going to be doing some more footage. I don't want to be talking about the topic. I guess we can talk about it later on during the show. But yes, Call Me Crazy. Very rarely does Call Me Crazy have a very strict deadline. Like you all know, we're very busy with our everyday lives. But fortunately, you people out there in La La Land, you guys are number one. You guys are first. So, pretty crazy weather lately. Been raining.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of cold.
You think it's cold still? I thought we were having our 2 weeks of spring, and then it was going to be summer already. But
apparently not. But that's right. We're not going to be here for June, and I know we're talking about it again.
Just like last year. Every time we come back in, it's a handful of TV, and then you're back out on a break again.
What were you calling it earlier? Sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
It's like we're professors.
Yeah, we're taking our summer break.
Yeah, we're forced to take a summer break.
But like I used to say 20 years ago, only the true fans watch during the summer anyway.
Yeah, but I would like to think there's true fans every day.
A couple of them.
There's a couple of them, all 4 of them out there. All 8. But yes, we had the correct phone number. If you guys want to call in. A lot's been going on. Tell us what you think. But yeah, seeing that Coachella video, Marty, it made me nostalgic. We missed going to this year's due to scheduling problems.
Yes, scheduling conflict.
Couldn't make it this year. That's okay though. Would have loved to see them Crooked Vultures though.
Yeah, day 1 was the day to go this year.
Yes, and Jay-Z with the headliner, which who I think is one of the best rappers ever. Also, I don't know, I might be old school, but yeah, them Crooked Vultures were on the same stage of the Jay-Z, I think, right?
Yeah, they were on right before.
Oh, nice. Would have loved to see that. If you haven't heard that album, them Crooked Vultures, it's a very great album. I like it. I thought it was overrated. I thought it was gonna be overrated, and turns out I liked it.
Hey, I'm on the air. Well, somebody had that turned up really, really unnecessarily loud. I think they were trying to sabotage me, whoever did that. Budget cuts, people. Budget cuts. But anyways, hello and welcome to the end of television. This is the next to the last show before the closure. And after mulling around in the control room for about 5 minutes, because we showed up barely on time, I figured out a way to get my voice on the air without a microphone. So until I get the mics, you can at least hear us. Because nobody ever calls, right? So I figured I could call in my own show. It adds an interesting effect to the sound. But anyways, we're taking your phone call. The other line is lit up, but we got to hit the conference call button first. Maybe not. But anyways, we're here. We're live. You can call in. Everything's all out of whack tonight, as you can tell by I'm not on the screen. The comm pics, I couldn't find our regular numbers. I'm using these from about 7 years ago. The Trinity won't boot up, and I'm recording the show on a DVD. So it's different, but that's good. It's good to be different. we have a real microphone now. I guess this is a real microphone. All right.
So that's going out downstream? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Cool.
I called in the show. Somebody needs to, right? Weird, you can hear me through my throat.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary. But anyways, we'll use this as an extra mic. No, we can't do that because we need line 5.
And it's magic. Doesn't that sound so much better? I guess that depends on your preference of what kind of sound you like. But anyways, it's EOTV. Not Captain EO, but end of television. Yes. We're here once again, as usual, trying to figure out why we're here. Blowing the board within the first 5 minutes of the show. It's a tradition. You're on the cable. And then they just hang up. I remember when people used to, they couldn't get in. They were fighting over the line so much. Didn't matter what the show was. People would just, call. I also remember production confirmation, which I did one of those tonight in a way. It used to be when you had a live show, you called the night before and told them everything you needed for your show for the next day. Because if you didn't call, you'd get no show. They'd be like, you didn't do production confirmation, so you don't get to do a show tonight. So I did one at about 7 o'clock tonight. I called them and said, I'm going to be there, but I'll be really close to 8 o'clock. So, but anyways, I don't know. I think I'm in favor of production confirmation. Maybe I'll start doing it again, even though I don't need to, just for the hell of it. Oh, do you know how to?
No.
Oh, of course you do.
I used to.
Mm-hmm. You're on the cable. Oh, it must be that La and no, that's Esperanza. Yeah, that's right. You remember that caller. Yeah. And then you plug a mic into it.
Why?
Well, it doesn't pick up that well without one. But now, do you know what the final magic trick is?
Yeah, somewhere.
No, it's this.
Ah.
You have to patch it in.
Okay.
And now everybody at home is now Control Room A certified. Because
Oh,
I just
really?
taught part of the class right there.
So I'm out. Am I out there?
Yes, you are out there, in there.
Because I can't hear me.
but they can hear you at home.
They can. Oh, cool.
After that incredible feedback loop, I'm...
Oh, that was magic, dude. That was so funny.
See, yeah, that would have been a moment where somebody popped their head in. Hello?
Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
you are the second caller tonight.
Is this show live?
Yep, sure
Sometimes.
is. You're talking to a recording, though.
Sometimes we're live. Sometimes we're Memorex. I think I might be using a TDK tonight. Is that... Sometimes it's just as easy as that. You know, when we, and I say we, because it's not just me. I know a lot of times you're all watching the show and you hear me say we, but there really is a we. The we is not just me, it's also you watching this, yeah. No, you're just schizophrenic, dude. You like to sit in a room and talk to yourself for an hour every 2 weeks. No, it's not about that. I knew when we left the house tonight that it was going to be a good show because it made you wish that you had a camera so you could get the audio of the people just having a fit next door. And it had already started, people.
Having a
It had
fit?
already started.
It's, hey, chaos has ensued.
But I must say, I came down here. I found a parking space, which I'm guessing is cool for me to be parking in. If not, I'm sure one of the many overhead pages of the night, if we're lucky, we'll get one.
Hey, why
And
don't
it'll
we-
say,
that's what we
hey,
need,
come
yeah,
down
we
here
need
and
someone to
move your
page
car.
us up here.
But that's a whole other topic altogether, overhead pages. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But I knew that it was going to be one of those nights. And it came down here and threw everything together at the last second, and I actually figured out which was the Compix button, which was the Trinity button. It all gelled. I know sometimes you'll see me over there just pushing buttons until something works, and tonight, first try, bam, there it was. So now we're on.
It's amazing what muscle memory will do, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like...
Your brain's a muscle.
Yeah.
Just boom, dink, there
So,
it is.
'cause I was talking about when we were driving down here with the whole... sometimes you just want to walk in and grab the mic and just go for it, and that's one of those nights. And let's make sure that these phones are on. Yes, those phones are on. Because if it's Monday night at midnight, call in now. No, actually,
Yeah.
we're live on Saturday night, and we'll be back in 6 weeks, hopefully.
In July.
But we've already done several farewell shows, and you know
This is
what?
yet another one.
You can watch those again. We're going to treat this like it's a show. And so, here we go. It's the end of television. There's a game that I like to play that I usually don't address until it actually happens. And that's the overhead page while we're on the show. And hopefully we'll get one. And when you suddenly see me stop and do this,
Oh, an
it's
overhead
because
page?
I'm hearing an overhead page. And sometimes we'll get one right at like 9 o'clock. Show's over. It's like, oh, we didn't get that on the air. Some nights we'll get more than one. What does it all mean? Well, that's for you at home to decide. We're taking your phone calls now. 624-2792, 624-2730. Still have not memorized all the phone numbers yet. But
There's only two numbers.
I'm getting good at it. Yes, this because I always have the 629-0683, 629-0708. You know, I can say that in my sleep. But I can even say 884-0911. I remember that.
I just know this.
What was the payphone number? 7910.
I just know the 62498.
Because something had 911 in it, and people
call
kept
911.
people kept dialing up
Better
911.
have a good reason. They get pissed. when
They
you
were
do
trying to call into the show on the alleyway.
That was Poozy's number,
The
wasn't it?
Poozy out.
Yeah,
884
the Poozy gal.
884-0911.
Yep,
Back
that was
when
it.
Mark wanted to kill me.
But now we have
Kill you, us? Yeah,
the new
man.
numbers. Well, they're new to
Kill
me.
me. What the hell's up with that?
624-2792, 624-2730. You are on the cable.
Hey, somebody there?
This is episode 209,
Go ahead, Richard.
210.
Richard,
something
you
like
there? There is no caller.
So in 2 weeks, we'll begin to show you classic into televisions for the month of June. Oh boy, won't that be fun. Pick. Hello?
Hello?
So we got one call tonight.
We did get one call.
That's
That's
pretty
amazing.
good. That's pretty good.
That justifies a budget review to include pizza for 8 o'clock shows.
I think
That's what my TV looks like all the time.
we come back on in 6 weeks. We'll
It
get a pizza
does.
delivered
It's
to
very
the show.
similar.
We haven't done that in a long time.
See, this is how we see TV back home.
Yeah, except the CG doesn't look so perfect.
No.
So that's the giveaway, is that CG.
The only time anything ever comes in clear is when there's a stupid commercial on.
That reminds me when we used to hook up the Pong system. But yeah, do yourself a favor. Go outside and just sit for at least 15 minutes.
Yeah, get in a dark spot, watch the stars, man.
Day, night, just go outside, please. For a minute or so. That's all. You're on the cable. And your middle name, please.
Hey, I knew a guy with that name.
All right, we'll be back in 6 weeks, as I've been saying over and over and over again, because we just performed a live break. Tonight was an experiment that has never been done before. 58 minutes and 30 seconds of break material recorded live. So when we say let's cut to a break,
This is
well,
what
we're
happens.
gonna cut to this.
Cut right here.
You think I'm kidding?
Cut.
Fade to black.
Oh, it's not over.
Oh,
Wait.
it's over.
Oh, it's over.
It's most certainly over. Oh,
No,
hit
it's
that.
not.
No,
Look.
it's it again.
not.
Hit the
Look.
button. Good night. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. This has been the Into Television, episode 212, the October / I guess beginning of November 2010 episode. We'll be back with one more episode for the year, and hopefully, right? Because you never know when. I always said one day we're going to go down there and there's going to be a padlock on the front of the building, and there kind of is in a way, and half the parking lot's gone. Don't even get me started on that. But anyways, hopefully be seeing you in 2 weeks, and maybe eventually we'll be actually live again. That's a good question. If we do end up back on live again, will the phone calls increase? Well, anyways, stay tuned. Keep watching Pondo Theater Sunday nights at 4 a.m. and Robert's show Tuesdays at midnight, and Ray's show Wednesday and Thursdays at midnight, because we're keeping those slots for a while probably. Once again, like I said, until a plan is put in motion, we don't have a plan, and the lottery is part of a plan. So, but our plan, we have kind of a plan, a small plan. The plan is just turn in new stuff. How about that? So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks, hopefully.